A 2-day fast can unlock your fat loss, but not necessarily in the way that you might expect. So I just came off of a 2-day fast in the true sense of the word. So in other words, I did just only drink water, and I ended actually slightly shy of 48 hours, but it was like maybe give or take about 3 hours from that. And it was an experience. I've done this a few times in the past several months. I do a lot of 1-day fasts, but I recently been doing just this today I got off a 2-day fast. I broke it with some spinach with some sauteed onions and mushrooms. And I can tell that I've gotten lighter as a result of the fast. Now, I'm not really trying to lose weight, but at the same time, though, I can a lot of times tell almost instantly that I lose, first of all, water weight. And then, second of all, I can tell that I lose a little bit of fat around my midsection, which is the main place I accumulated. The main place folks want to get it off. However, when I talk about unlocking your fat loss from a 2-day water only fast, I'm not talking about that fat loss. However, what I'm about to talk about is something that will help you to retain some of that fat loss that comes simply from not eating and your body having to tap into those fat stores. Because the thing is, fasting will help you to lose fat, but it's not sustainable for the long term. And especially if you're somebody who has like an eating disorder, it's not advisable at all to try to fast to lose weight. Perhaps unless you're supervised medically or something like that. But anyway, I digress. So the way that a 2-day fast can unlock your fat loss is because it changes your appetite, it lessens your cravings, and it makes you want to eat cleaner. So literally after this, and this has been my experience with fasting in general, but literally after this 2-day fast, um, I will say this during the fast, especially going into the evening of day one, and then this morning, um, I was very hungry, very, very hungry, and even at sometimes kind of weak. And as the day went on, I started to feel a bit better as I was nearing the 2-day mark. So that is something you have to expect when you fast. It tends to be kind of tough physically. It can be. I think it depends also on how often you fast for extended periods of time or whatever. But I was feeling a little weak and feeling a little irritable and whatnot, kind of wanting to be to myself and all of that. But as I neared the end of 2 days, I was feeling better. And as I neared the point when I was about to eat, then I was feeling like, you know what, I don't really want to put anything in my system that is going to pollute it, that's going to, make it unhealthy. Because here's the thing. So what I've heard about fasting is that fasting actually helps your digestive system to replenish its lining. Because what happens is your digestive system gets a rest and it's able to kind of renew the mucosal lining, new cells and all that kind of stuff. Whereas when we eat all the time, then that kind of tends to put a hindrance on that process. So that happens. Your stomach, I think, begins to get smaller. At least it feels like it. It feels like it starts to get a little smaller and whatnot. The constant eating is causing it to stretch, but your stomach gets a little smaller, and you just feel cleaner. You really feel cleaner, and it's almost like a reset of sorts. Like you been going, eating this, eating that, and then you hit the reset button, and now you kind of almost like, okay, here we go. I get another chance, and you feel like you want to put good things in your body. Now, this is important. This is the reason why this is very important. The reason why this is key is because your long-term fat loss, which is what we are aiming for when we're seeking to lose fat, is dependent on your long-term eating habits. It's not dependent on a short-term diet. And so this is why wanting to eat cleaner, this is why um permanent diet change or things that push you in that direction are so important. Because the thing is, a lot of times, if you're not careful, you're trying to lose fat, you just kind of stack it on top of an unhealthy diet. Maybe you succeed to some degree, but you find yourself doing this number, you find yourself going up and down, plateauing, because you are, not addressing the cravings. You're not addressing your sweet tooth and whatnot. And like I said, I actually felt like I didn't want to do too much of other stuff. Okay, I'm not gonna say it totally went away, but I was like, no, nah, I'm not gonna get no junk at all. So I say that to say a 2-day fast really could be the thing to give you that reset that you need to, reset your taste buds, reset, kind of get those cravings to kind of come down a bit and to start afresh. Because if you can address that part, because really a lot of stuff starts in your mind and the things related to your mind, like your feelings, your cravings that you feel and whatnot. And if you can reset that, then the body is going to follow the mind. The body is going to, whatever you actually are doing, your thoughts that are leading to your actions, your healthy actions, maybe not eating a lot of junk food anymore or putting a lot of fruits and vegetables in, those type of things. Those things are going to help you to get that long-term weight loss that everybody is looking for. So again, consider a 2-day fast as a reset for your mind and your body, because this is the kind of thing that can help to make fat loss permanent. Okay. Now, and it can also perhaps help you to have an extension of the fat loss benefits that you get directly from the fast, if that makes sense. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know, have you done a 2-day fast before? Let me know. Y'all have a good one. As we get older, it becomes increasingly important to maintain and build muscle. Muscle helps you burn fat, stay mobile, and can contribute to longevity. However, many people have no idea how to work out to build muscle. My mini workout series on Patreon provides you with my body weight mini workout video library. These workouts use little to no equipment, which means that you can do them in the privacy of your own home. They start at beginner level and progress from there to ensure you continue to see results. Every workout is a full body workout, hitting chest, back, legs, and glutes, as well as other muscles in between. Become a patron today and receive access to my series of mini workouts, plus access to a digital copy of my book, 8 Weeks to Transform Your Diet and Your Health. By combining the workouts with healthy diet changes, as outlined in my book, you'll definitely be on your way to weight loss, improved health, and visible results. Join me at patreon.com/SeanB2B Fitness today.